Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scout Selections here for Tuesday, August 13th. Before we get into the play of the day, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. We picked up a very nice winner with the over 10 in the Angels and Pirates game, which was available at minus 105 at Heritage. And the game, even though the Angels only scored 2 runs against the pitcher with a 13-plus ERA entering, I was right about Suarez as he ended up getting absolutely destroyed by the Pirates yesterday, and the Pirates ended up scoring 10 runs by themselves as they ended up winning 10-2, which gave a very nice and easy winner. Definitely was beneficial to see the Pirates score 6 runs in the first 3 innings, as we were able to coast pretty easily to a win, and I believe it was the 6th inning, give or take, so it was nice to get a nice win to start the week. Other than that, though, we will be sticking to baseball, and we'll be diving back into the baseball card for another play of the day. We're going to be sticking with the late games on the West Coast, and the play of the day will be on the Tampa Bay Rays versus the San Diego Padres, as that will be taking place at 10:10 Eastern Time. And in terms of this game, we like the road team here with the Rays on the money line at minus 119 at Bet Online. The pitching matchup for this game is going to be between Brendan McKay and Eric Lauer. And in this game, even though McKay is a relative youngster, we still think that there is value on him in this spot. McKay, so far this season, is 2-2 with a 4.55 ERA, where Eric Lauer is 6-8 with a 4.51 ERA. However, McKay, even though his ERA is not great by any means, he is 1-0 with a 2.61 ERA on the road this season, so he has been pretty solid away from Tropicana. Lauer has also been pretty solid at home, but the Rays and the Padres are currently headed in different directions, as the Padres have lost each of the last 2 games due to a very suspect bullpen, whereas the Rays have looked really solid and have been flying under the radar once again this season, as they have won each of their last 4 games. They also scored 10 runs yesterday in the series opener. And in terms of McKay, I expect him to go roughly 5 innings. I think they're going to try to limit his work, as he's still relatively young and he has had some issues with his control. But the Rays currently have the second best bullpen ERA in all of baseball with a 3.66 ERA, whereas San Diego is 22nd with a 4.76 ERA. I think that even if Tampa's behind, I don't trust San Diego's ability to maintain a lead. I think that Tampa Bay is the better overall lineup. I think they have the deeper roster. I think they have the better bullpen. And I think they have a slight starting pitching edge against Lauer with McKay's ability to swing the bat. And people have talked about him not exactly being like Ohtani because he's not as good of a hitter, but he is one of the better hitting prospects for pitchers in the minor leagues, and he has yet to showcase his full skills, which he will be able to do in a National League park in this one. In terms of the pitching matchup, though, Lauer's been good at home. I'll consider this a relative wash, but I definitely think that this game should be close to the first 5, and I think that Tampa Bay will stretch out their lead and blow it open against San Diego's questionable bullpen. So the play of the day will be on the Tampa Bay Rays money line, which is available at minus 119 at Bet Online. Money has already come in on the Rays. They open up at minus 115. They're up to roughly minus 120 in most spots, but it is available at minus 119 at Bet Online. And I expect that line to close at roughly minus 125 to minus 130 before first pitch. Plus, San Diego has been awful at home this season. If you've looked at their numbers, they are 28-32 at home. However, in terms of hitting, they've been awful. At home, they have I believe it's the 5th lowest on base percentage for home teams in the league, which is absolutely abysmal. I know Petco Park's a pitcher-friendly park, but this team simply can't hit, and I think that should be an issue. San Diego has the 4th lowest on base percentage of all teams at home, where meanwhile Tampa Bay, who's been one of the best road teams in all of baseball, has let me just pull this up, they have the 6th best on base percentage of road teams in the league. Plus, I mentioned the fact that Tampa Bay on the road this season is 39-22, where San Diego at home is 28-32. I think there is value here with the Rays, and for that reason, that will be our play of the day at minus 119 at Bet Online. Other than that, though, diving into the rest of the baseball card, a lot of matchups. I really don't like any of them, if I'm being honest with you. Not really sold on anything in particular. In terms of the Mariners and the Tigers game with Kikuchi versus Boyd in a battle of 2 of the worst teams in the entire league. I wrote an article for StatSalt where I talked about picking the Tigers to win the game. However, At minus 160 with the Tigers, I find that absolutely insane. And the Tigers are the worst team in baseball record-wise. I'd have to slight lean to the Mariners there. Minus 160 with the Tigers at home is just absurd, considering the fact that they are 16-41 at home this season. Small lean to the Mariners there in terms of value. Other than that, though, not really a fan of anything on the card. I'd lean to the first five under between the A's and the Giants with Bumgarner versus Anderson. I definitely think that Bumgarner should pitch well once again. The Giants' offense, although they were good on Sunday against the Phillies, still not great by any means. And I think that Anderson is an underrated pitcher. I think he should pitch well once again in this one. Other than that, I will also lean to what am I going to lean to here? I'll lean to the over 10 between the Phillies and the Cubs. Money's already coming on the over from 9.5 to 10. The wind's going to be blowing out. I know that Vargas has been solid this season, but his stuff isn't very dynamic. And I think that Quintana is also liable to get beat up by the Phillies, who have been performing better offensively, and both of their bullpens have been below average, to say the least. So I think that game should get over the total. But other than that, though, not really much to talk about on today's betting card, as there aren't many matchups that I personally like, besides the Rays, which will be our play of the day. Other than that, though, quick reminder of our sponsor, PointsBet, online sportsbook in New Jersey. A couple of great deals for you, up to 2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. So if you end up betting on sports and end up losing, you simply get your money back and you get up to 2 of those, which is a great promotion that I wish other sportsbooks would use. However, play of the day is going to be on the Tampa Bay Rays money line, which is available at minus 119 at BetOnline. Other than that, that's going to do it for this installment of Scott Selections here for Tuesday, August 13th. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.